Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Dragons in Modern. We have a lot of what we want. We just have this surveil land, which is not really where we want to be. On turn one, just to play a tap land, but we're going to do it anyway because we have basically everything we want for our early Murktide region with Stitcher Supplier, Preordained to find us something, and then a Fatal Push to answer something that they cast. If let's say they play a Ragavan. Oh, it's probably Amulet Titan. What do we want to do with an Amulet Titan? Let's see what we draw. If we draw an island, that'd be our Watery Grave might be our best draw right now. Another Stitcher Supplier. So, I'm assuming Amulet Titan. Most decks don't want to run out of resist. Oh, do we want that? Yes. We want the island for many reasons. Anyway, most decks don't run out of Urza Saga on turn one unless it's Amulet Titan because they want to get their Amulet of Vigor out as fast as possible. Or it could be Amulet Dinos. Maybe someone watched that video and thought, man, this is so much better than Amulet Titan. I want to play this deck. I shouldn't have F6 though. We do have a Force Negation. Can't forget about that. See where the lag is. If it's on our end or their end. I mean, it looks like their clock's ticking down. We're in our upkeep. Well, we knew we were drawing that. So I think we're going to go get an island. We could Stitcher Supplier, then Preordain. Or do double Stitcher Supplier since we have... Maybe that's what we're going to do. Well, double Stitcher Supplier. We already have the Murktide in hand. This will set us up for a Murktide next turn. Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize. Well, that would have been nice. We can save the Preordain to pitch to force negation if we need to. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have an 8/8 Murktide on turn 3. Is it going to be fast enough to compete with what our opponent is about to do? Seems probably unlikely. Thankfully we'll see. They play a way to make a bunch of land drops, which is usually what they do. Yep, Dryad. So in hindsight, okay, so far that's not too scary. I mean, another Amulet of Vigor is not good, but Explore, we don't... Oh man, alright, well, not sure they can get there this turn. Though, you never know. Alright, so they're really set, they have a real setup, big time. A counterspell would be ideal, although it would take us off our game plan considerably. Fetch land is good, so we can Murktide and destroy and kill the Dryad and swing in for 2. So take that, Amulet Titan. Ha! And man, we're gonna keep shocking ourselves. Alright, well, can we survive? They're going to have so many Amulet of Vigors, but do they have enough ways to make multiple land drops and a payoff all in their 4 cards? Usually when I play against Amulet Titan, they do always have it, but we might get lucky. We know one of their cards is a land, Gruul Turf. We also know that they play Bajuka Bogs. Sure, making another Amulet of Vigor. They're going to get 4 mana plus 1 land. That will be their land drop. See if they can make a way get up to 6 mana. Summoner's Pact. I think we're going to force a negation that. See if they have an answer. They still haven't made any land drops, so it's possible they could still go off, but I mean, we don't have any way to interact with what if they go off with any of their creatures anyway, so that's all we can do. So we'll F6 and see what kind of horror they can bring to the table with 4 mana slash 4 more mana. Construct. That is not the scariest. Counterspell would be our best draw to help protect us from. Murktide is also a really good draw. Will it be enough? Probably. Alright, so we are going to swing in with everyone, put our opponent on the 2-turn clock officially. Man, Murktide is a busted card. They're probably going to block and fill our graveyard some more, which would be nice. No, they don't. Alright. That is okay as well. Force a negation. No, we wanted them to block. It's just a 5/5. Oh, I should have done that first. I keep forgetting that this Murktide has so much text. They would have been even closer to death. So they would have taken another 2 damage. Yeah, so they've been at 6. So I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're either going to win or lose on this turn. We have a little bit of a cushion with our 5/5, and they already went for the Primeval Titan with one of their spells, so let's just hope that they don't have another one. Him and the Titan can go off from... I mean, they have 6 mana right now, so they can go off so easily. We'll have 6 and then block if we have to. That's unfortunate that I'm playing Amulet Titan 2 of my 3 practice matches. There's the Titan, and they're going to get a whole bunch of mana. Can they kill us? We're at 14 with a 5/5 blocker. I mean, this is turn 5. This is about as good as our deck can be, and we missed 2 points of damage, I guess. Not that it would matter. They're either going to win or lose now, like I said. And given how many land drops they're going to about to make, so then they're going to get... Well, they didn't go get a hasty threat, but then they all attack and get the... So they need to get a hasty something or another. Yep. Make all the manas. So they had the Primeval Titan anyway. I think they were maybe just baiting out a counterspell with that, or they got real lucky and drew it. Little do they know they could have played Prime Time the last turn, but they are setting up for a big turn this turn. Can Murktide Regent beat a Primeval Titan attacking? Make another Primeval Titan. So this is Mirror Pool. Sacrifice a copy target. Sacrifice for 5. Sacrifice it. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. So now they're going to go get some more lands. Man, Amulet Titan's a busted deck. So now they can play a bounce land, return Ottawa to their hand, and then use that to bounce our Murktide. And maybe they'll survive through. I mean, we're empty graveyarded, so. I mean, Prime Time is a deck that you see in League, so I guess I'll keep running it out. And I always like getting the reps in. Here comes another Primeval Titan. Because why would you need 2 when you could play 3? I still don't know if are they going to have the mana to haste it up and kill us? Because if they will, why are they getting 3 Primeval Titans? Isn't 1 just enough? I guess they can give multiple Primeval Titans haste. with these Amulet of Vigors. Yep, Valakut with no mountains. On Hanawar Balaments, they needed to give haste, so they'll give all their Prime Evil Titans haste and attack for a bunch, and then bounce our one blocker and swing in for lethal. Because they don't even need any more triggers. They can, yep. They have the Ottawa in their hand, and we'll scoop it up. Yep. GG's. Primetime, man, doing primetime things. It's a beautiful thing when it goes off. Alright, what can we do against Amulet Titan? Well, we saw Stern Scolding is not bad against them. Boomerang just is not. I don't know. It seems like it's good against opposing Izek Murktide decks. But maybe we just go lean heavily on subtlety there and need more game against Amulet Titan. Although I don't. Spreading Seas is too slow. Ashiok. That seems really slow though too. But Ashiok is an answer. Thinking for the future, right? Now, obviously not for this game. We don't have any Ashioks. So Fatal Push has its moments, but overall it's not that great. Man, we had a nice fast start too. It could have been a little bit faster, but it was still a nice fast start. That's the first time I've seen Amulet Titan really go off with making copies of it. I mean, they just made the one copy, but man, 3 Amulet Vigors. And also, now that I've played Amulet Dinos, I'm literally so amazed at how often Amulet Titan has it all. With Amulet Vigor plus Primeval Titan. You saw us counter their Summoner's Pact, and yet they still had the Primeval Titan and the 3 Amulets. I mean, holy cow, when do they, is it just that, truly that consistent of a deck? Oh man, we're again missing a blue, even though I went down a... Alright, we're going to keep this because this does set us up for an early Murktide if we can find it. I mean, they do mulligan aggressively, but then again, like, you mold a 6 and you still have it all. You mold a 5. I mean, I think they either mold a... I think they kept a 7 last game anyway. Either way, it's just... I'm just curious. Like, after playing Amulet Dinos, my decks never ran that consistently, and it's almost... It's a very similar build. I guess I'm missing some of the... search up spells, which do make a big difference. Okay. I thought I pressed this F6, but... So no matter what, we really want to draw an island. So they did not find the Amulet of Vigor, so that's good for us in their mulliganing. Another Ebondeath Dracolich is not what we wanted to see. Island, please. Deck. Deck. Listen to me, deck. What are you doing to me? I swear I'm going to cut every single Surveil land in all of my decks. I thought this was the one. I'm playing a single Surveil land. I thought this was the deck for it, but nope. You needed to be an untapped island. I don't think we're gonna need to counter anything right now, but man, another Thought Scour is nice. But should we keep it? They're gonna play Bajuka Bogs. I think we're gonna put it in the graveyard and be disciplined. I don't think that's the right... We do want to... I mean, this is where the Surveil lands help. We're filling our graveyard with instants and sorceries for this Murktide that we're gonna draw eventually. Last game we were good at drawing Murktides and it wasn't enough. This game we'll see we're good at drawing Ebondeath Dracoliches. I doubt they're gonna do the job against a deck like Primeval Titan. There's my F6. I thought I clicked out of there after I clicked there on accident. Hold up some counter magic here. Maybe our opponent doesn't have a fast start. You still need some islands and Murktides. Murktide would be a good draw. Play a swamp, fill the graveyard, play a Murktide. You know you can do a deck. One time. Let's have the luck of the Amulet Titan player. Let's draw a Murktide off the top. Let's be rewarded for our discipline of milling that Thought Scour, even though it's a good card. Our deck mocks us. Alright, well that's our 4th mana for Ebondeath Dracolich, and we have this counterspell ready to go. Watch it be 3 Murktides. Don't do it, Stitcher Supplier. This lands. Okay, that was a good one for us. I mean, we ideally see a little bit of instant sorceries, but we already have plenty of those. We don't need any more lands currently. So we'll play. I don't know if we should. I really don't know what the best play is with playing against Primeval Titan when you have counter magic. Do you always counter? Do you save your counter spells only for the Primeval Titan since that's their win con, and let everything else go? I mean, this is basically a Amulet of Vigor, so that has to be countered. It feels like that. I mean, again, maybe I'm playing it wrong. I should watch some videos or something of other people who know how to play against Amulet Titan with counter decks. Maybe we should. All right, Mark Tide, our counter spell. Maybe we should save let everything resolve but their Primeval Titan, because it's essentially they can't win without the Primeval Titan. But I just don't think that's true either. They have so many ways. They have a lot of little creatures that if we can't manage, we'll die to just attacks. But this is one of their engines, Spelunking. Maybe I should put that in my Amulet Dinos deck. Alright, Ebondeath, Dracolich, this is your moment to shine. I hope we are going to play Ebondeath, Dracolich, and then hopefully draw a... a Murktide Regent. And there's that. Well, that's okay. Of the two, this one is the... I mean, this turns on Valakut, but this is an Amulet of Vigor, essentially, so with some upside. I'm not sure how it functions. Yeah, I think since it doesn't untap it themselves, maybe it's not as good. Well, it's definitely not as good, but it's still powerful. This makes everything a mountain, which means Valakut's online. I don't know why they don't let me see the card that... I mean, I saw the land go. I've already forgotten what it was. But in that case, it should be in the revealed zone, right? Vesuva. Yep, now they'll be up to 6 mana, so we really need to draw into another counter spell. And that's, I guess, why you hold your counter magic. You let everything go but the counter spells. Or but the Primeval Titans. Well, you know, we're learning something here. What do we need? We should get another island. Alright, Prime Time. Have you ever seen this guy in Modern? Probably not. Counterspell? This turn's Scolding. That would have been good. Not this turn. What's our graveyard looking like? Well, 4-turn clock. I'm sure we will have no problem beating Amulet Titan with 4 turns. So, I don't know if we could run out this Tegnuma. We don't really need the Ebondeath. Alright, let's go ahead and Stitcher Supplier, see what we draw, or what we put in the graveyard. Dragon Turtle. Dragon Turtle. My favorite card. I don't see... Well, we could get the Dragon Turtle back, right? Alright, we'll save it for the end of turn, because the Dragon Turtle can stop a Primeval Titan from attacking, and if they decide not to go for it because we're holding up Counterspell magic, we can, end a turn, get the Dragon Turtle back. Thragtusk. Oh, toughness 2, it's a 5/3. Thragtusk is good. The Spice. Interesting. Just buying some time, I guess. Nah, that's what they return, yeah. Alright. Drawing the cards, making the mana drops. Playing the Urza Saga, sure. Thragtusk. Yeah. Alright, well, they have everything but the Titan. Haven't seen old Thraggy in a while. Alright, so we're gonna do it. Oh, we do have a Murktide in there. Ha! Perfect. See, I knew that. We didn't. I totally knew that. And we draw the and we drew the Dragon Turtle. Take that, deck. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and undo the Thragtusk life gain. Man, Thragtusk was an all-star way back. That's when I was like a year or so after I started playing Magic again. Man, the thing is, if their last card is Primeval Titan, we're in big trouble still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, as good as Dragon Turtle is, Counterspell wouldn't have mattered anyway, but, alright, well, they're not dead yet. 13 is 1 less than 14. Does Primeval Titan, yet again, have it all? Their last 2 cards. Is one of them a Prime Time? What we would love to see is just a land and another Dryad. We'll counter the Dryad. And maybe steal this game. And they have this to get the Bajuka Bog, but now it's a little late. Oh, tell me it's not. Are you serious right now? It cannot be. Adawara. Well, sometimes they get you that way, I guess. Now they can go get a Bajuka Bug. Alright, well, I assume they're not going to get a Bajuka Bog then. That's what it looks like. I'm confused. I mean, I am confused, but why aren't they getting the Bajuka Bug? Now they're out of cards, which is nice. They're going to make a construct. Can we race? Hey, they didn't have it all. They did have an answer for Murktide, and they do have an answer for our graveyard. They can still go get it, but they can't play it this turn. So that's interesting. I think we still have enough instants and sorceries that we can make a big-ish Murktide. The island would be nice. Thoughtseize. Right on time. Right on time, Mr. Thoughtseize. Let's run this out there again. We only have the 1 now, so that's unfortunate. So it's a baby. It's a little baby. Oh man, and we don't have the backup for Dragon Turtle. And they can go get a Shadow Spear and start gaining life back. I'm assuming they're playing Shadow Spear. Most of these, I'm not sure what the industry standard is for Amulet Titan if they play one of Shadow Spear in the sideboard to fight against Burn, but man. Or they'll just draw their Primeval Titan. Yep. Did they draw Prime Time? We got lucky last turn, I guess, because they did not have the Primeval Titan, and do they have it this turn? Gonna go get a Bajuka Bog, I imagine. Or maybe something worse. Another Urza Saga, perhaps. They're dead on board. That's something. So again, it's one of those win this turn or die. Did they draw the Prime Time? The unknown card. The one, did they top deck Amulet Titan just in time to close out this game? They're tapping mana like they did. You got to be kidding me. They top decked the Amulet Titan. Or the Primeval Titan. They top decked the Primeval Titan. How do they always have it? I don't know. I mean, they put themselves in a position to win with a top deck, which is a good on our opponent. But man, Let's see if they can. I think they can kill us with Valakut triggers. They say it had to happen eventually. Well, I mean, that is one way of approaching the game of Magic, is assuming you will eventually draw the exact thing you need to win the game. Expecting it by turn 7. We did hit our Murktide off of the Take Numa, so that's why we're keeping it in the deck. That Murktide and Otawara, I mean, they had everything they needed to stay alive. Now they're going to get the Vesuva. I mean, we can probably just F6 and let them kill us this way. Now they have double Vesuva, so when they go to attack, they'll get, I think, yeah, they'll go to attack and get 2 lands, double triggers. Alright, well, Ashley Nova, I hope I get some of the luck you've had and can start top decking exactly what I need along the way and get the win. But GG's. Catch you on the next one. For CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles.
This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, and this has been another edition of Dragons in Modern. Be sure to go to my site and check out all of my original Magic the Gathering content, where I post articles and video of my janky modern brews in my commander decks. I'm also publishing a couple chapters every month for my science fiction fantasy novel called The Pod Kind. Check me out on YouTube as well. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.